Hi everyone, my name is Sandra Michael and these are my co-contributors. On today's episode, we're going to speak on the topic of abortion in the context of the decision-making process. Over the years, it's no news that women have had more say when in context of either keeping a child or having an abortion. You know, we know the popular saying of her body, her choice. Some people won't go as far as going through this process without ever involving the other party. You know, you hear men saying things like, wait, what? You were even pregnant. Men do not even know sometimes. So I'd like to hear what everyone has to say. But first of all, I'd like to hear from the men, right? So I'm going to start with you, Ali. So what do you think? Do you think men should be involved in the decision-making process? And if yes, should they have an equal say in terms of abortion?
Okay, it takes two to tango. The lady didn't just get pregnant all by herself.
Yeah.
So obviously, both parties need to be involved. But sometimes, you know, some crazy men in quotes, you know, just run from responsibilities and they leave all the whole burden on the woman.
Yeah.
And it's very unfair. In such situation, the woman can either do or not. She could decide to keep or abort.
Yeah.
But talking of abortion, I'm not a champion of abortion because if we were aborted, we won't be here today. So that's why I really, you know, don't champion abortion because, you know, the man himself, you know, if he's in good accord with the lady, then they could both sit and decide should we abort the child or not. But my own point of view, abortion is a no-go area for me. Yeah. But if it has to be done, the man should be a contributor.
But do you think they should have an equal say? Because a lot of people say it's her body, she's the one going through the whole process.
No, it's not her body.
It's not her body?
Yeah, the man has part of her body in her. So obviously, she's carrying the baby, but they're both pregnant.
Okay, what about, because I'm thinking you've seen it from a relationship perspective. What about...
No, even if it's not a relationship, in as much as two bodies has come together, there's already a bond. Why did you allow him to sleep with you in the first place? Whether you're married, is a girlfriend, is a one-night stand, whichever thing it is, you've accepted him to bring a part of his body to you. So definitely is a part of you till eternity, except you abort the baby, then you've taken his part out of you. Yeah. But if the baby has to come, eventually, you know, the man is going to be part of you forever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, abortion to me, in a nutshell, if the man is present, both of them should have equal say. Then if the man is like some useless person who's not responsible to take, then the lady could either decide to abort or keep the baby.
Do you guys agree with what he's saying?
Yeah, I have like one concern. Say, for example, we are in a relationship and I really don't want this baby. I'm not one, but I'm not ready for this baby because I have certain aspirations. Yes, I allowed us to have unprotected sex, or even in some instances, the condom burst. Yeah. So now I'm not ready for this baby. Are you then saying that just because you claim the entitlement to my body, that's number one that I would love to blatantly refuse. So are you saying then that if I don't want this baby, then I do not have a right to abort just because then
because he's involved?
Because we're involved.
Okay, okay, let's look at like if it's a rape situation, you understand? No, I just want to go somewhere. If it's a rape situation, you have 100% right, because first of all, it's a criminal offense. Somebody just came, raped you, and you got pregnant and all of that. You have the whole, you have the sole decision to make. You understand? Even the guy should be in jail. But now, this is consensual sex. You were not forced to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I didn't sign up for the consequences.
Yeah, you should always know that there's consequences in everything you do. You don't just
want to have sex.
No, you don't just go rob a bank. You don't just go rob a bank and police shows up. You didn't know that they were going to shoot you.
No, I just wanted to have sex. I didn't know that I was going to conceive.
No, sex is not just what you have. You just don't have sex.
No, I just have sex.
No, that's not how it is. Because you know, if you look at sex, you know, it's sacrosanct. It's actually You know, it's actually spiritual. We think our body's just there.
Like you taking it to a different dynamic.
No, everything is involved.
I just want to have sex.
You don't
and
just
with me
have
having
sex.
I conceive.
No.
Now I don't want this baby.
No, you don't.
Then what happens?
No, you don't just have sex.
Okay, let me tell you about me. I just have sex.
Yeah, then okay, let's go to you because I wouldn't want to use harsh words so we don't have problems here. Okay, you just want to have sex.
Yeah.
Then you fall pregnant.
Yeah. And then I don't want this baby.
Okay, so then you just want to throw the baby away.
I'm not throwing it out. It's not a baby. It's
a fetus.
fetus.
You want a fetus.
And I come to you. I do the most polite thing. I come to you. Yes, I'm pregnant, but
Okay.
I don't think I can keep this baby.
And I want the baby. No, I'm just saying, and I want the
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
So the question is, what happens now if if he wants a baby and you? Okay, wait.
That's the
But
catch.
I think ultimately it's a woman's decision.
Do you think
Well,
so,
I wanna
Kozo?
go
Okay,
through that
let's hear from Kozo. Since Kozo is also a guy, do you think it's solely a woman's decision, or the man should also have a say?
In this discussion, I don't identify as a man, so.
You don't identify as a man. What does that mean?
So I would say on the abortion issue with regards to men, I am for paternal rights actually. I think we should have an honest discussion on paternal rights relating to abortion, on the discussion of abortion. Now, it doesn't mean I have all the answers or I've actually thought this thing through, but I still think if I slept with someone and she got pregnant, I should have a say, because legally she can go have an abortion without my input. And I'm not denying that, and I'm questioning that. But then the other aspect also happens. If she decides to have a baby and I don't want to have a baby, I am stuck with maintenance and everything, even though generally I don't. Because at the moment I feel like if she gets pregnant, if we get pregnant, I actually like that. If we get pregnant and she wants to have a baby but I don't, I have no choice. But if I also want to have the baby and she doesn't, I still don't have a choice. Basically, I'm along for the ride for whichever decision she makes. So I am for at least a discussion on paternal rights in relation to that. On the aspect of she got pregnant and therefore it's her body, it's her choice, I don't really have strong feelings. I'm in agreement with it's a woman's body. She has the right to choose what she does with her body. But I'm also, I question the legitimacy of that a fetus is not a human being that's independent, even though it grows inside a woman. Therefore, it doesn't have rights, and it's at the whims of whether man wants an abortion or a woman wants an abortion, or man wants it to live, or a woman who doesn't want it to live, or whichever. I'm also in disagreement with those.
I think it's very cute right now because we're not in that position. You can say we are pregnant or whatnot. Sometimes relationships are not always rosy. You know, sometimes you're having disagreements, lots of conflict with this person, or sometimes it's just like a one night stand and now you're pregnant. You know, it's not really a we thing at that moment because you don't even know this person.
No.
Right. So the first question I want to ask is: do you think men should be able to tell their partners to get an abortion? Because actually, I don't think I've even heard stories about women getting abortions without the consent of the man. Maybe they hide it. I don't know. But most times it's men asking women to get. So do you think men have the right to say a woman should?
So it goes back to what I'm asking about paternal rights. Right now, legally, if she got pregnant, she doesn't have to consult me. She's actually doing that with courtesy. It doesn't matter whether we're married, we are in a relationship, we're engaged, one night stand, I passed by with my finger and she got pregnant somehow. It really doesn't matter. The law says she can do whatever she sees fit. So my only thing is, if we're to come to a discussion of abortion with male rights or paternal rights, which is we must discuss what happens to this and the consequences thereof, I am for that. But on the aspect of, it does, I suppose as a man, it can be a bit cliche that I can say we are pregnant, because truthfully I don't carry the baby and stuff like so. I also don't take that away, by the way. I don't say but I also feel like
because now I'm trying
the entire process requires two people. I'm not for whether we were just having sex or whether we were meaning to have a baby and we changed our mind halfway through, I feel like both people should be there from beginning to end.
Because now I'm trying to think of a situation whereby the man says, I'm not ready to be a father, please have an abortion, right? And the woman refuses. Do you think it's okay or fair for the man to still have to pay child support? Even if, just like what you mentioned earlier, even if at the beginning he said, I'm not ready, financially I'm not stable, I can't handle this. But the woman says no, because most actually sometimes women are like, no, if I want to get an abortion, I'm getting an abortion, I don't care. But when a man insists or says please, sometimes women don't agree, right? So now if she doesn't agree, do you think it's fair for you to still pay child support?
That's the thing when I talk about paternal rights. It's a very tough issue.
Yeah.
Because she gets pregnant. This time I'll use that. She gets pregnant. I want the baby. She says she doesn't, for whatever reason, and she gets an abortion. I really have no say. But then she gets pregnant. From the beginning I was very clear, I don't want to have a baby. And it could have been an accident. We're not even talking about unprotected sex.
Yeah.
This was just an accident. And she's pregnant. But I don't want to have the baby. From the beginning, both of us even had the situation where we discussed, we are not having babies, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And now she's pregnant.
Yeah.
She still has every single right to either go abort, whether I say so or not. So then it comes to the next part that it's a very tough thing, and it's partly because we also live in a black culture of fatherhood abandonment, where it kind of seems a bit, it's a wanker's attitude, I'm gonna put it that way, forgive me, where you go, we discussed and we said we're not having a baby, you're choosing to have a baby, so legally I should be allowed to step out of that. Because that's what I believe what paternal rights is.
Yeah.
Because the other alternative is whether I don't want to have this baby, if she decides to have this baby, I am legally obligated to take care of this child, whether I wanted this child
or not.
And it's a very emotional, it's a tough thing, especially also in the context of the culture we live in, where we face negligent fathers, we face abandoning fathers, even when they wanted the baby. Forget the guys who say it's not their baby. The guys who are happy, excited, who are pushing you to have a baby, and then they disappear. To argue for paternal rights in this situation. But I still think, mature-wise, we can still have that discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, before you go further, I'll object you there. I don't like the use of the black culture abandonment. It's just human. It has nothing to do with race. Anybody can be, irresponsible and abandoned. Yeah, regardless. So it's just unfortunate that blacks are mostly in this because of finances. We're not as much.
No. It's the reason why I speak on the black issue because we are a black show.
Okay.
So it's more on that. Yes, on the human scale. Yeah. Well, I would say the same.
Because when you're financially stable and all of that, you don't face such problems. So
I don't think
it's minimal. That's what I'm saying.
I think sometimes we just I think sometimes we make the father role in the house just to pay money. Okay, as long as he has given you the money, then he has done his.
It's not just a black thing. It's every.
No, it's not a black thing, but then it doesn't mean that the father is.
It's just that majority of people do it just because of some certain circumstances. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's not the topic. Let me not derail. Let me not derail. Then the other one you said about the cliche of men and women being pregnant.
Yeah.
I think I like it being there because it also makes the man responsible for the child. Though he's not carrying the child, but knowing that we are pregnant, we is inclusive. So it makes him, part of that baby. So he doesn't try to fail in his duties as a father or father.
It's the ideal world. But the reality is that, and I feel like the hashtag men are treasures also quite appropriate for this discussion because 9 out of 10 cases men have forced women to abort. So I feel like what you're saying really it's an ideal world. But if we were to be honest, we abort because our partners say I can't do this, and at that time you are also just financially and emotionally
vulnerable.
And not ready. So you would go for.
I'm also a father. I had made a mistake. My lady told me she was pregnant, and I said, okay, I'm not ready now. Why don't we, abort the baby? And she just went aground. Eventually, she still resurfaced. The pregnancy was there, and she put, she gave birth to
Yeah.
the baby. Now am I happy? Yes, I'm happy. But then I made a decision out of, you know, my being naive, whatever it is, you know, because now I'm speaking differently.
Yeah.
You understand? But
Yeah.
'cause it's not like I was always like this. So
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I had told her,
Yeah.
I think we should have, you know,
abortion.
an
You know, I'm
abortion.
going to ask you a
And
personal
unfortunately,
question now.
she didn't have it. Unfortunately, the baby is there, and I'm happy. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if she had aborted it, maybe I would have been regretting it now.
Yeah.
You
Or we
understand
may
what
not
I'm
be
saying?
happy still.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
maybe I would have been regretting it because maybe I wouldn't have had a child. That would have been my only child.
But you never know.
But
and you
you
still
never-
how
yeah.
No, I'm
yeah.
just giving.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes,
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm happy that she.
Okay,
is.
what about right now? We'll get your point. But what about right now? If she gets pregnant again, what do you think? What are you going to say? Oh yes, or are you going to be like, I'm not sure?
No, now if my lady gets pregnant,
Yeah.
it's a definitely oh yes.
Okay,
It's
then that's
not,
fine.
Yeah, it's not whether by whichever way
Yeah.
it comes. Yeah, it's gonna be a yes for me.
Okay.
I certainly think the reason why for so long the law has protected women in terms of abortion and conceiving a child or whatever it is because, like what you said, men, a very big number of men would not step up to the responsibility. And so I think we got to a point of, okay, we actually need to protect the women because a guy, especially now, girls fall pregnant at the age of 15, 16, 17. You know, with a guy who's 16, 17, 18, that guy can't take care of the child.
Yeah.
And so obviously the first thing he's going to say is abort. And then the girl's like, no, but it's a baby. I want to keep the child, I want to keep the child. And say abort. A girl, honestly, thinks about the parents. So, okay, my parents can take care of the child. And sometimes the parents might, you know, be funny, like in terms of Africans. But at the end of the day, you know, they come in and start supporting the child.
Yeah.
And so I feel the guy should have not equal, don't attack me, I don't think they should have equal say on aborting. I think they should contribute.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say not equal is because if the girl, for instance, does not have rich parents,
Yeah.
and I say. So if
Or
the
afford
guy
the
says,
parents.
or the parents can afford the baby,
Yeah.
or you can afford the baby. So if I say to you, no, I want to keep this child, what do you think? And you say, no, I don't think you should keep the child.
Yeah.
Why? I can't support the child. I
Yeah.
don't even have a job. I'm not even done with school. Okay, so that will allow me to have a clear picture of, okay, so if I bring this child into this world, where will her life be? Like, where would she be? I'm not talking about when she's 10, because, you know, things will change. I'm talking about
right
diapers,
now.
right
Yeah.
now, milk. Will she be able to do that?
Yeah.
So I think having an opinion from the guy
Yeah.
will actually help. If he says, no, listen, keep the child, I can
Take care of-
take care of the child.
Yeah.
That way, if I was thinking, let me not bring this child into this world, at least I know there's someone, not because he just said it, I can see there's
Yeah.
someone who can take care of the child. It's going to be easier for me to make a decision. But I really don't think he should have the final say.
What about if they are married? Because now you're speaking from we're just dating. How about if we're actually
Married, and I say I
Should-
want to abort.
Yeah, should he have like a 50% say, an equal say in keeping the child or not?
Oh, definitely.
Because they're married, right?
Because they're married.
Yeah, it
and
changes
when
dynamic.
you're married,
Mhm.
we pay lobola. When you pay lobola, the main thing for lobola is to, okay, not even besides lobola, it's to, when you're married, you are bringing two people to be one.
Yeah.
So you're no longer me
Yeah.
and him.
Yeah.
You are now one.
Yeah.
Therefore, every decision, just like you make a decision to go and tie up your tubes, or you decide I don't want to have
Yeah.
babies, you just don't wake up one morning and decide I'm going to go do that. You need
Yeah.
to talk to your husband first
Yeah.
and decide, are we going to do this? Are we not? If he says I still want children, then you talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's hard. Yes, I don't want to say like, okay, you talk about it and you get to a conclusion. Some people never get to a conclusion to
agreement,
say
yeah.
an agreement to say, okay, yes, we're going to have children or we're not. But I really think like when you're married, this independence
Yeah.
thing.
Because Anita was saying earlier on that it's the woman's body, hence you should have the say. So do you think even when you're married, you should still have like 80% say of what happens? Even
I
if
feel
you're
like
married?
even if I'm married and I'm pregnant,
Yeah.
that is like unplanned pregnancy.
Yeah.
Say for example, I am a Korean woman who has to go to
Yeah,
Korea.
your business is private.
I still believe that I have a right to abort because now we are putting into consideration cultural, traditional rights and whatever. But that still doesn't make me. That still doesn't make who I am or contribute to who I am as a person.
Yeah.
If I have the baby and I'm not ready for the baby and I'm supposed to be in Korea, for example, I'll fall into this depression state that I never anticipated. So I feel like even in marriage, if I feel like I need to have an abortion, obviously, that's another case. We have to consult the husband. Which I know for a fact that it will be a difficult thing to
But what if he never agrees and says, no, I want you to kill this child? What do you do?
Yeah, that's a complex issue. I don't even think that we should discuss abortion in marriage because we should just stick to from our perspective.
Yeah, it's not always the case for everyone. Sometimes.
But there could be reasons why people
want to have an abortion. You never know.
You already have 2 children. You just want 2 children.
This husband now is abusive, and you're like, I'm not doing this again.
What about instances where people say that the baby is sort of like abnormal? Yeah, people they don't want to carry the baby up until 9 months. Hence, they want to have an abortion. So I'm not saying I'm for it, but I'm just saying So now the question is, what if you go ahead with this abortion process and your partner doesn't agree? Do you think the man should have rights to sue? Because now I'm thinking that's still their child.
When you're married,
regardless, married or not.
No, you can't.
You don't have.
It's ultimately my decision because I still have to go through the 9 months. And it's very seldom where a guy will say, no, abort because I can't take care of. He'll give you some reason. I'm like, abort because my stable girlfriend somewhere. So I can't be seen with you, or I can't. Like, it's very seldom where men will like, no, abort because, I'm not ready. No, he will tell you about some stable girlfriend somewhere, and this was just a 2-minute thing, and you should just get over yourself. Because I mean, we don't also consider that it's also the mental health that comes with pregnancy. Like pregnancy is a lot, and for a man who just comes and pumps sperm in me and tells me to keep the baby while he will not go through the morning sicknesses and the entire 9 months, it's actually quite unfair. That's why I'm saying I'm sticking to my decision. If I get pregnant and I decide I'm not ready for this baby, I will abort.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I feel like men should have the right to sue, honestly, because it's like...
What are you suing me for?
For aborting my own child.
No, you could have pulled out,
But okay, now I didn't.
So whose problem is that you didn't pull out?
Okay, someone could also say whose problem is it that you didn't take money after pills?
It's yours, because you don't give me money.
Because now you're choosing
to the baby.
Yeah, because now you're choosing to have an abortion. That means you don't want the child.
Remember,
then why didn't you take precautions?
Because you didn't give me the money.
Because it's like, so that's your reason. No, but honestly, I feel men should be able to sue really because
you didn't give me the money, but it's your body. You have ownership of your body.
Yeah.
But now you want to take money.
No, but you can't sue me for my body.
But I'm not suing you for the body, I'm suing you for the child.
What child? It's a fetus.
I'm suing you for
aborting a 3-month-old.
Yeah, I'm suing you for that.
Okay, I don't know the law regarding that, but
because
if
the law,
apparently in the UK,
the law can take you to late-term abortions, which is even closer to 9 months.
Okay.
Depending on certain countries.
Okay.
Some countries have a abortion term where, like, if it's 6 months, if you're 6 months pregnant, you can no longer abort.
Because the maximum is 3 months.
Stuff like some countries it's 6
okay, so
months.
then you can abort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the man suing for anything.
So even if you are, for instance, even if you have a late-term abortion, legal, I don't think there's a country which allows a man to sue a woman for 10 minutes.
Yeah, apparently in the UK, it used to be a law there.
Yeah,
because I'm thinking, this is how I feel, right? I feel like if a woman is going to have an abortion, the man of the
involved
should be present in the hospital to actually sign a consent form. Because my thing is, I don't want to live in a society where we always blame the men for being absent.
But then the other thing is also tough. If she gets pregnant and she needs to get a consent form for me to get an abortion, what happens when I want an abortion? Does she give me a consent form too? Because
but then you see, you're not going to go to the hospital to the process. So that's what I'm saying. If she's going to the hospital, I feel the other party should be present as well, just to sign that. Because personally,
I think so.
Yeah, because
I think it should be present because sometimes abortion is a life and death thing. So or life or death.
But what happens then when you deny that you impregnated me?
No, that's a different situation. But
No,
then we
it's
should
not
have
the same.
But yeah,
No,
but
if-
then he should still be there to say, oh, okay, it's not
No,
my
if-
child.
No,
deny
if
the
he's
movie.
not, he won't be there.
Yeah, if you deny
I mean,
the
look
movie,
at how many single parents
I can just
are there.
imagine having my name. So she gets pregnant, I deny the pregnancy, but I come along anyway, and I'm signing the.
So that
But
would-
then,
And then 30 years from
That's
now,
stupid.
someone's like, "You made this girl pregnant." I have no way to actually prove I actually.
Because
made
I'm
her
trying to
pregnant.
think of it. Then what happens if she goes to the hospital and there is no one there to sign the consent form? Does that mean she goes ahead with the process?
Yes, she does. I do.
I agree.
Because then that means lots of women who go to the hospital claiming that there is no father.
Okay.
That
No,
would
no,
be
I don't abort because there's no father. I abort because
No,
I do not
I'm
want the
speaking.
baby.
I'm speaking in terms of consent now about going through the process
That's
because
the
now,
thing.
yeah.
There is no place for consent. Like it's my decision.
It's one of
It's
those.
solely
tough
my
things.
own
It's
decision.
the
So
same
your,
thing.
your take here is you don't believe a man
It's
should
courtesy
be
if I
involved.
let you know. It's really courtesy if I let you know that I got
And
pregnant.
if you don't let me know,
You think it's courtesy?
It is.
So you feel like it's 100% your right, your body doesn't matter what
It
you do with.
is. Legally
Okay,
and otherwise.
what if you choose to keep the baby? What happens? What changes?
Then I'll let him know. And if it depends on his reaction. Or
So if you choose to abort the child, it's your decision.
Yeah.
If you choose to keep the child,
remember,
then
if
the
I
man,
choose to keep, then
Yeah.
it means I think I'm, mentally ready and otherwise.
so the man is just a dummy in the relationship.
that's what I'm thinking because now he's an object in a
Yeah.
way.
A tool.
It doesn't. I don't see it. That
Okay,
way.
what if he's your husband now?
No, if he's my husband, then I'll set him down. But also, if he's my husband, I still feel like I need to abort because of circumstances. I'll still go abort without his
Regardless.
knowledge. Yeah.
That's why I feel men should be able to sue because that's also my child.
Okay, no, in that instance, in the case of marriage, I do feel someone should be able to sue, but in a boyfriend date, no.
Yeah.
No, dating.
So
no.
I would say in a marriage scenario, because considering it's marriage is both a legal institution.
Yeah.
Where we split everything. You get married in community property, you get married out of community property, you get prenups and stuff like that. I believe if it should. I think one day is coming where someone is going to be either brave enough or whichever angle you fall on, stupid enough to put a prenup where you go, if we get pregnant, you cannot
Yeah.
do or do
Certain
this.
things, yeah.
And-
Didn't Kanye do that to Kim?
Oh, really?
No. A prenup. I'm talking
A
about
baby
a prenup specific to abortion.
Oh.
I'm not talking just a.
But why would you anticipate abortion if you like?
But now, if I'm
No,
sorry,
but
but now if I'm
that's
going to
what
be
prenups
dating
are.
someone,
Prenups are
I need to
good.
right now because now just like what you said, like you're going to make the decision yourself. If I'm going to be dating someone that feels that way, I'm going to sign the contract and actually tell you to sign as
What
well.
if I won't tell you that I got pregnant?
You say now that's another thing. Then that's where the whole suing thing comes out because if I ever find out that you had an abortion
Yeah,
without my
you find
consent,
out.
well,
Are you in a
Medical
relationship with
records?
a person?
medical records.
If you are-
So
No, but-
if you are in
but-
a
but-
relationship-
so getting that
say-
proof is a different
But
thing.
legally, to say a doctor cannot come to my husband and tell my husband
Yeah,
what I
it's
did.
a doctor,
So
it's
if I
not
decide to
even
keep
jealousy.
quiet, I abort, you will never find
Well,
out.
sometimes some things that happen in the dark come to light.
But
So
now we're discussing finding evidence, which is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Because maybe legally you're allowed to approach the court and they can compel your doctor.
Yeah, the
because
doctor
it's
to bring
legally
the-
allowed
yeah.
to be done. But we're not now. I feel like we're digressing, trying to figure out. Now we're just talking about you. For me, the legal implications of being in a marriage situation should carry on into everything. I believe
Yeah.
because we carry legal obligations into raising kids.
Yeah.
Into which schools parents sue each other on course which schools to go to, even though they're married. We carry legal obligations of every single thing from what we do with our retirement, what we do with.
Yeah.
People sue each other for cheating. People sue each other for breaking promises inherent in marriages that were not prescribed legally. But all these things carry legal terms. And I also believe when it comes to marriage, then the status of pregnancy or non-pregnancy should also come in and be legalized. Now, it comes in also, because I'm advocating that, then it also brings in what some people call big government, which is now we get into the nitty-gritties of human interaction, and I'm actually prescribing a judge to sit there and say, she should carry the baby, she should terminate the baby, which also, it's
It's
just
not
a,
morally right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very tough situation.
Yeah.
You know, I am, we want the law to solve the case because that's what the law is to
Yeah.
do, to simplify and bring justice to
Justice,
it.
yeah.
But some situations are beyond mere flip the pen.
Yeah, it's not a man. It's not black or white.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just said, a woman I'm having a relationship with, a woman I'm married to, and all of that. No matter what happens, I would never have a legal or to sue a woman for anything. Because at the end of the day, if you're married to her and you come back home, you start having bad blood. If she's your girlfriend, you start having bad blood. So I know there are laws backing all of those things, but I'd rather just allow family or friends settle out of court,
Yeah.
or not make sure we go through the legal proceedings and all of that. So I think
Yeah.
it's too much to start taking such issues
Yeah.
to court or
There's
something.
There's actually a lady, like you spoke about some program on radio, and I think I read this where a lady was like, I was dating a man and he made me abort 5 times, and on the 6th occasion, this is not a relationship where I get pregnant and he keeps saying abort, 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 abort. On the 6th occasion, she found out that she will not be able to conceive ever again, and he went off cheating, and then when she found him cheating,
Yeah.
he was like, no, but I can't marry a woman who can't
Yeah.
conceive.
But then my thing is,
how
how do you
men are
no, but how do you
woman is
make
stupid.
make someone have 5 abortions? Only if
She
I have
doesn't love.
only if I have
No,
a
she's
gun to your
stupid.
head, how will I make you have 5 abortions? I can't make you.
You're in a relationship. You
Guys,
have
no,
like,
woman-
you can't
happen.
This is
These
what I
things
always
That's
say.
sheer stupidity.
Yeah.
People act like relationships are the be all and end all of
I
life.
know. Because
Like sit
yeah.
down and think. You can love someone, genuinely love someone, care for them, want them to be around you. That doesn't mean life means you should have.
Yeah, it's not
Guys, but we
I
need to
agree.
consider that 50% of the world is like that. There are women out there who have been abused.
Yeah.
Abused. But she's still in that house for
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
So we can't, it's easier for us to say it because we're not exactly in the situation.
Yeah, but then I think the word is just make. You know, like only if you haven't gone to someone's head and say go for the abortion right now, you can't exactly make someone have an abortion. But anyway, we've run out of time. You know, it's clearly been an oddly interesting topic. I think the best thing to do is just to be safe. You know, if you're going to have a sexual intercourse with someone, know what you're getting into. Think about
So now we
safety.
can't have sex in peace.
You can
let's
have sex in peace, but just be safe. You know, just to avoid this whole drama and yeah. But anyway, you guys should not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And if you get mouth, use them.